Well, good morning to everyone out there, and welcome to a bit of a disaster this morning, people. I have to say, we're currently down in Carmarthenshire at our friends, and last night it absolutely hammered it down of rain. I mean, hammered it down. And we've got up this morning, and one of our cupboards with our pants in is wet, which is a bit of a disaster. I'll show you. So we've got a little bowl in there at the minute. As you can see, up there, the water was dripping through there by all accounts. So I've had a look on the roof, and the seal for the 5G aerial has broken down. And I can actually see, it's the first time I've really looked at it. We had that installed by a professional company, and they made a right job of it. I've just had a look now. I've never even looked at it before. I've never noticed it. But having a look this morning, the seal, because of the ridges on the roof, they've just put it straight on top, the ridges, so the water can clearly get underneath. So, unbelievable. So I've just ordered myself some Sikaflex, and I'm going to Sikaflex it all in. Luckily, I've just had a good look inside, and it's coming down the tube. So it's actually directed the water straight into the habitation area, straight into the pants, which is good, because that means it hasn't got into the roof lining. What I've done, I've just stuck the heating on full blast now, just to, it's not wet anyway, but just in case, I just stuck the heating on. Oh, these things are sent to try, yeah. So let's see if we can get it fixed, eh? Time to fix the leak. It's a couple of days later now, and yeah, the rain's been relentless here down in Carmarthenshire, absolutely lashing it down, but it didn't leak anymore. And the reason being is I shoved the towel in to stop it leaking. But I have checked where it was leaking. Basically, is, I don't know if you can see it. Let me just spin you. So where this Wi-Fi antenna has been fitted, I don't know if you can see it, I don't know what the view's like, but just here, you see how they've installed it on top of this gap, and they've cut the rubber gasket there to go over this gap, which is to me absolutely ridiculous. The guys who installed it, I installed everything on this van apart from this bloody thing, and it's the one thing that's leaked. But as you can see, that gasket where it's split has come away now, and it's soaking in there. So I'm just going to give it a good clean up. Put you back there a minute. That's better. Give it a good clean. I have checked in the habitation area, by the way, and in the ceiling. Luckily I could get to it, and it hasn't got in the ceiling. It's actually quite dry in there still. It was literally just a few drips down that it caused. Well, say a few drips, it just leaked it, but it was only a sort of drip onto the socks. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give it a good clean, make sure it's dry, and then I'm going to Sikaflex all the way around it. It's not ideal, to be honest, because it's obviously blocking this runoff here. But I can't think of any other way of doing it, really. Don't know. Right, that's nice and clean. So let's get some Sikaflex. I'm going to squeeze as much as I can in there. And try and neaten it up as best I can. Well, I suppose ultimately it doesn't really matter because it's on the roof, but main thing is it's sealed. Yeah, the people who installed this have done a terrible job. I'm not even convinced it's ever worked properly anyway. But it doesn't really matter at this stage because we've got Starlink now. But yeah, I think it's shoddy. I mean, when I put the fan in, these grooves, I think you've seen it on one of the build videos, I put some of that, I can't remember what the tape was called, but it's waterproof tape, and I built up the layers so it was level, and this is what they really should have done with this, but they haven't. Oh crap, me typical, I'll get it everywhere. Let's just build it up in there a bit. Clean that off, and just make sure that is fully sealed there. I think it, to be honest, it only come through the other day because I mean the rain was so heavy, it absolutely pelted it out. I've never known anything like it, and it was relentless. And we're on a slight slope here, and it's running off the solar panels. It was just on the angle, so it runs off the solar panels, and it just all ended up here in this corner. So I don't think that helped us, but yeah, it should be alright now. I've got some Sikaflex around there. Put some more this side. Wet your finger, as always, and just make sure it's all done. Make sure everything's sealed. I mean, it has got a rubber gasket on it. But clearly, that groove is just washed it. Where they've cut it, they've cut the gasket. I mean, you know what I mean? As if that's going to hold any water by cutting it. Unbelievable, really. Let me go up. Adjust you a bit. See, even here where they cut the gasket there, I can see where it's got underneath. Unbelievable. I would out the company, but it's a family company. It's actually my cousin's business, so I'm not going to slag him off. Much as I love to, because he's an arsehole. Around there. Nice wet finger, make it nice and neat. We're nearly there. And that'll do us, I think. Get it all off me before I get it on my t-shirt, and have a good clean. One last check. Those.